Today is Tuesday, May 6th, 2025, and it's supposed to be kind of a yucky day today, so we are going to do some short hikes. Unfortunately, the bugs are out in force right now. We are at Pondicherry Wildlife Refuge, the Mud Pond trailhead, which is off of 116. It's a very short trail. We just saw a dog walker leaving. She said the bugs are out, which they are. They're even swarming me.
Oh, the birds.
And the birds are out too. So I've got binoculars. I'm not even going to bring a pack on this because it's so short. And we're off. All right, this is the Mud Pond trail. It is a handicap accessible trail. So you can see it's got nice flat wide footbed with crushed stone. And we're going downhill now. So there's just a bunch of switchbacks. There's some woodpecker damage down low. Lots of warblers out right now, and oven birds, and mosquitoes, unfortunately. So this is point 6. It should end at Mud Pond. Okay, now we're on a raised boardwalk. Nashville warblers going off all around us. Wow, this is so not what I'm used to. There's the understory. Very cool. This is Mud Pond. It has seating, which looks like it's all been replaced. It's okay, John. Very nice. I don't know if there's ever a view. As you can see, we're pretty socked in today. At least right now. All right, we're at our second place now, which is the parking lot for Cherry Mountain, Mount Martha. This is actually on the side that would take you up Owl's Head Trail. Nobody parked here right now. This is on Route 115. We're going to be crossing the street and going up this Slidebrook trail, which is gonna, there's a glare, which is gonna hit the Presidential Railtrail. We're gonna walk that over to Cherry Pond. Somehow. I don't know. We're just gonna give it a try. That's what we feel like doing. We also need to do this Colonel Whipple trail that comes in off of Whipple Road. We drove by it twice today. That goes out to Cherry Pond also. But there were 4 cars parked there. There wasn't tons of space. I think we could have fit in there, but I just feel like doing our own thing today. So we're gonna go and check out this trail, which is in the 31st edition of the White Mountain Guide. And it's also on the map from the 30th edition. I don't have the 30th edition with me, but it's not on the spreadsheet for the 30th. But we're just gonna go do it anyway. So Slidebrook Trail is what we're doing next. Coming up to the junction with the Presidential Railtrail now. But you have to come out of the woods, cross under these power lines. We have some bluets and violets blooming. The trail is well marked. It's blazed in yellow and has occasional signs for... Now, I always call it the Cohos Trail. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, though. John reminded me it's spelled C-O-H-O-S, so maybe it's the Cohos Trail. I have no idea. But it's well signed. So right here, heading back, and then this way to Moorhen Marshes. That's where we're headed. We're gonna turn on the Presidential Railtrail. There was a boggy, more than boggy, very wet area. There's someone walking the rail trail away from us. We're gonna head this way. And the bog bridges that they had on that trail were awesome. They were all wrapped with chicken wire,
Yeah.
which is just amazing. You don't have to worry about slipping. This is Star King and Wambeck in a cloud right there. All right, so this section is 1.6, 1.9,
Yes.
something like that. It's a ways on the rail trail, and that will take us back up to Pondicherry.
1.9.
1.9. All right.
Yep.
The rain is holding off. We're on the Presidential Rail Trail now.
A little bit under a mile.
About halfway down where we were gonna get closer to Cherry Mountain. I don't know if we junction with something. I'm not sure. We came from this direction. We just popped out of the woods. Like, it was a really nice wooded walk with lots of birds. And now we've got this kind of fen, or I don't know what you want to call it. And that would be a lovely view of Cherry Mountain, Mount Martha and Owl's Head, which is kind of in a cloud now. There's a nice bench right here. Scan me. What's a beaver deceiver? It says Cross New Hampshire Adventure Trail on that. Yeah, scan it and tell me. Courtesy of the Cross Adventure New Hampshire Trail and the AARP. Cool. So that's a nice little bench. What is a beaver deceiver? Okay, you're reading it. So, Slidebrook Trail was a lovely trail. It had variety to it. You enter, you're in like an open field, then you go into some woods, then you come out on a wet area, not unlike crossing through this, with nice bog bridges. Then you go back into some nice woods. The problem with that trail is the road noise from 115 is so loud. It's so loud. You couldn't even listen, like do a bird identification app, because the road noise was so loud. I can still hear the highway from here, but it's not anything like it was on that. What's a beaver deceiver?
Beaver deceiver regulates the height of the water so that beavers want to stay but don't make changes to it.
Oh, so it's something that's installed over here?
Yeah, probably that.
Okay, I see it. So there are beavers in here, but they're not damming it all up. Okay, interesting. I see there's some leakage here. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I doubt it. Apparently that's part of the beaver deceiver. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking, but I thought this was kind of interesting and of note. Wow, here comes a bicyclist. First one we've seen. We just came to the first viewing platform on Cherry Pond. This is the Tudor Richards viewing platform, looking at Star King. Wambeck is in a cloud, and then Pliny is right in front of that. That must be the Weeks over here. Beaver Lodge right there, and a Canada goose that looks like it just came out of the lodge, but it didn't. It just happens to be right there. Over here, the edge of the Presidentials, and some cloud. Again, there's places to sit. We talked to the bicyclist that was coming through, and he said up there's going to be more viewing places to pop out, and he was watching a snapping turtle lay her eggs, so maybe we'll get to see some of that. This is Cherry Pond. Okay, I just checked my peak finder to verify, and I was wrong a little bit. So that is Mount Joseph Whipple, and then Star King is, there's the two bumps up here, which I can't see on my screen very well. Star King is the left one, which appears to be higher, but it's actually not. And then Wombeck is the one on the right. And then this is Pliny right here, or Pliny. Over here behind in a cloud is Mount Crescent. And then also the summits in the cloud, we would have a view of Madison, Adams, and Jefferson, supposedly. And then back here behind this tree is Owl's Head. All right, let's go find that turtle if we can. Again, this has that seating just like at what was it, Mud Pond we were at. Okay. These are one of my favorites. Oh, they are so squishy. I think they're woodier. I'll have to look. If they are woodier, they're edible, but they don't taste like anything. And we are still following Coast Trail northbound. This is a little thing that jogs out to the shore of Cherry Pond, and it's called Shore Trail, which makes sense. I don't know if it loops back. No idea. The map on Gaia doesn't really. Does it even show?
It shows this, yeah.
It does? Okay. Seemed to not show very much, but looks like it's just a little out and back here. Take a look. All right. I'm using my phone, so the wind is probably not going to be good here. Step. Let's see. Okay, looks like there's a few viewpoints. Got another bench. Another lookout. Oh, this one would be even better looking at the presidentials. If only it were clear. Okay. It's hard to see on my screen. This is the Ice Ramparts Trail. It came right off of the Railtrail again. Kewaskum Trail is going to continue this way. It's going to connect with the Joseph Whipple Trail, right?
This is the rampart is
Joseph Whipple. So
Colonel.
Colonel Whipple, sorry. We're going to come in at some point, park on Whipple Road, and come in and do that section to finish up Pondicherry area. So we're going to turn off of Coast Trail here and go out to Little Cherry Pond Trail, which there's a loop around Little Cherry Pond. We did not see.
We're not going around Little Cherry.
We're not? It just goes
we're
out
going
to
out
it.
to it. So there's a loop
Okay.
here, but we're going to there, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't see any other trail.
Okay. Well, you don't really know. We're just gonna follow the signs, and then we'll head back out. It's supposed to rain soon, maybe. But Wombeck has cleared out. Oh, look, more scat. Has hair in it. I think it's coyote. Usually they have twisted ends, though. It was a little twisted. Not sure. Okay, so we didn't see the turtle laying her eggs, and it was unclear to me. Actually, he said it was on the left, so maybe it's out this way.
Yes, we were going out to Little Cherry Pond.
Yeah, I think it might be out this way. So we're still looking for that. And then we'll probably just head home because the weather's supposed to deteriorate this afternoon. Here's one of those awesome bridges with the traction on it. Yes, love that. All right. So excellent views around Cherry Pond and seating. There are like 4 or 5 benches that we saw. Presidential views if they weren't socked in. So that would be a nice place to come. You don't have to approach it like we did. There are other more heavily traveled ways in. This is Little Cherry Pond. We've got some geese over here. I have a lot to say. There's some mallards and there's other geese. Little Cherry Pond. There is a spot to sit. It's seen better days. And it looks like there's no view here, except the pond itself. We are back on Slidebrook Trail now, heading out of the woods and into the beaver wetlands, which I'll show you in a second. It started raining about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes ago, maybe. We're almost back to the car though. And it's not pouring, knock on wood. It's just moderately raining. All right, so now we're coming out into the wetlands. There's Owl's Head. I hear some frogs that are very happy. So then we're gonna come through this, we'll go back into the woods and then out into an open field kind of, where they like mowed a track through it. And then we'll be at the highway, as you can hear vehicles on Route 115 right now. This way. We could use one or two more log bridges here, but there is wood piled up right near the side of the big open field, so I think maybe they will be putting some in, because I don't think anything needs to get replaced. All right, so that was a great day. I think it's gonna be like 7. Let me look at my watch for a second here. I'm at 6.83, so it should be like less than 7.5, and almost no elevation gain. It was really flat and lovely. I think if it were a clear day, you'd have really nice views from Cherry Pond of the presidentials. Alrighty. I'm gonna finish this up